Hey there, Matthew Solly, and I am here with the one and only Jaleesa Valley. She was basically the woman that you heard doing the drumming in the background. Now, I wanted to ask you, tell me how you basically got involved in, what inspired you to actually, pick up the drumming and the culture.
I was bored in college. I was studying marketing and communications, and I knew that I did not want to do business. And a friend of mine mentioned that she was going to go study music theory at a music school in Harlem, and I tagged along. And it happened to be with Johnny Colon's East Harlem Music School. And it started with a theory, and then just drums have always been, whenever I listen to music, it is what I always gravitate, towards. Like, what is that drummer doing? What's that? And after, being at the East Harlem Music School, it just opened me up to all different types of rhythms and percussion. And I was just hooked, and I've been studying like ever since.
I see.
And it is a never-ending process.
I see. So at first it was just a curiosity, but when you said when you went to school,
I thought it was going to be a hobby. That's really what I thought it was. I thought this is going to be a hobby, and the more I studied, the more I loved it, and I always want to be able to study and play, and I was just so inspired by it.
Right. So it seems like it had a bit of depth on your life. Mm-hmm. Tell me, what are some of your favorite rhythms or some of your favorite artists? What kind of artists or rhythms go through your head when you end up playing?
Well, growing up in New York, the musical experience, aside from all of the other experiences, but the musical experience for me was, it was eclectic. I grew up in a home where we listened to a lot of Spanish music, and not just Puerto Rican music. There was Mexican music, there was Argentine music, boleros, which are the what we would call slow jams. Then I would go to school, and I would hear R&B, hip hop, funk. So it's all, I can't just say that there's just one type of music that I love, because I grew up listening to all of this. I'm a walking radio. Like, I can go from an R&B song to a compa song to a Brazilian song to a Puerto Rican song to, it varies, and because I love it so much.
And you see, I like that, because what would you say to a lot of young people who really can't bridge that gap? Because what you're saying is, when the way that you grew up and you heard those traditional rhythms, and then when you went to school, to you it all pretty much sounded the same.